Well, we're visiting with the now 10th year head coach of the Lady Golden Eagle basketball team, Joy McNelis. And Joy, just talk about women's basketball in particular. Where you guys were last year, where you think you are now as you get ready to open the season?
You know, John, over the past 3 years, we've continued to battle injuries. And when you look at the big picture, Jamira Faulkner is our lone senior. Well, we started out that class with Natisha Pierce, with Naisha Pierce, career ending injuries after 3 knee surgeries. Generica Bland, that would have also been a senior in that class, had open heart surgery. Tandrea High had knee surgery, was a part of that class. So, with them having their injuries that ended some of their career, we're now to Jamira Faulkner and being our lone senior. So, well, I say that to say she has a challenge to lead this young team by herself. And the greatest thing about it is she's excited about this team, John. She's excited about where we've been, the challenges we faced, and she believes truly that it has helped her mature to prepare to lead a team that only has 5 years of Division I experience. So with that being said, we truly believe that with our young talent, it will take baby steps and we'll make a lot of mistakes early. But the hunger and the passion that these 9 newcomers have brought to the table have really re-energized all of us. And Jamira said, Coach, this may be the most fun team I've ever been around since I started at Southern Miss 3 years ago. So with her being so excited about her leadership, I think that sets a different tone for the entire season as we get ready to start on Friday.
All right, Jamira's excited. What about the coach? Is the coach excited about the potential of this team?
You know, the girls make fun of me all the time because I say I'm fired up. And I am very fired up about this team. I'm really excited about where we could be. And, you know, we all hate the word potential. There's a lot of potential with this team, but it's going to take time. You know, we have players on our team. I spoke to one of my freshmen's dad the other night after exhibition game, and he said, Coach, what do you think? And I said, well, she's learning. She's making progress. He said, Coach, she told me she had to run 3 plays, and she had never run a play in her life, and she's scared to death. I said, she'll be fine. But the freshmen, John, have made unbelievable progress. Ashley Folsom out of Deltona, Florida, is a player that is going to be a special Lady Eagle. Her skill set has totally soared. She is one that when you teach something, she's in the gym the next day working on it. Alex Cohen, another one of the freshmen. Again, you tell her this is what we need you to do. She and Ashley are buds. They're roommates. They played AAU together. They're in the gym wanting to improve their game. Brittany Dinkins, another freshman that started for us in our exhibition game out of Miami, Florida. It has that same passion and that same love for the game. They want to come in and make a difference. Our 2 Mississippians, LaShara Cotton and Kiera Jordan. Kiera has just coming off of a knee injury, just been released. Expect great things out of her because in 13 minutes of play in our first exhibition game, she had 11 boards, almost a rebound a minute. That's pretty awesome, and that's a great stride for someone that has just now been released. LaShara Cotton, though, is the freshman that we believe has unbelievable upside. If she gets it, if she can get it and understand what the meaning of work is and consistent work, she has an unbelievable set. In our first an opportunity, in our first exhibition game, she had several wow plays. She's just got to continue to make those strides because she is the one that has so far to go, but has a ceiling that is unlimited in her progression. Our JUCO players, Tamara Jones, All-American out of Garden City Community College, one of the top JUCO players in the country. She is beginning to make strides. Struggled early with the conditioning set. You know, it's like she says, Coach, I don't know if I've ever been in shape. But she is continuing to understand that if you don't work hard, you don't condition, you don't play, and it's that simple. And she has continued to make strides. Marquia Nicks out of Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College is another junior college player that, again, struggles with giving effort consistently. But again, we've played a couple of games. She's had the limited amount of playing time. Wants more. She's understanding effort and consistency and work get you to that point. she's continued to make those strides. Vauche Martin out of Paris Community College, originally signed with the University of Houston. Vauche is a player that understands what Conference USA is all about because she's already been in Conference USA. She, again, is coming out of a system that had success, just like Tamara and Marquia. But again, John, we play at a different pace. We're not going to walk the ball up the floor. We're not going to sit back in a 2-3 zone. We're coming after you. And she's another one of those players that's coming out of junior college and having to understand that it's got to be consistency every play. And the three of them had great junior college careers, but it's just the demands are totally different at the next level. We are very pleased, John, with all of those newcomers and where they are. But I can tell you, we're not satisfied. And as they continue to make progress with Jamera Faulkner's leadership, with Transfer Brooke Rhodes' leadership, I think this team has an opportunity to be able to surpass what we've been able to do the last few years for the simple reason that we will all be together. And again, John, that's barring no injuries. Karan Brown is a player that's coming off the knee injury from last year. Karan is yet to be released, but we expect Karan to come in and make a difference. Geronte Clemens started in the backcourt for us last year with Jamera Faulkner, has had some issues and has not been able to be on the floor every single day. She has a chance to have a very special year with Jamera Faulkner as well. Shelly Summersell was a walk-on with us, and again, she's made some strides as well. This team is a better team than we were a year ago. Bottom line, better team. Are we as far along as we were last year? No. Again, we have very few sets in, offensive sets, because we're still trying to figure out where we're going. But the thing that separates this team from last year's team, John, is that the want to and the desire is at a total different level. The passion and the true love for the game, total different level. This group of newcomers want to make a difference. The 5 freshmen, and they run around together all the time, and they always say, we as a 5 want to be able to etch our name in the record books and leave a legacy here at Southern Miss.
What about Conference USA? It's a new look Conference USA, a lot of brand new teams. How do you see all that sort of playing out and how the Lady Eagles might figure into all of that?
The new league, John, is better in women's basketball than the teams that left. A lot of people don't realize that. But you're bringing in 2 teams that have won national championships in Old Dominion and Louisiana Tech. You bring in Middle Tennessee that's been to 7 consecutive NCAA tournament. You bring in Florida International, that is a team that just got edged out this past year in the NCAA tournament, but yet made it to the NIT. You've got Charlotte, 6 out of 7 years that's been in the NCAA tournament. They're a good group coming in. It's not going to be a cakewalk by any means. They totally changed the dynamics of our league. They really do. They're good. North Texas, coached by a great coach in Mike Peterson, does a tremendous job. UTSA, Luby is the coach there, does a great job. So you're bringing those new teams in that have a chance to make their mark very early in Conference USA. And I'm going to tell you, when the voting comes out and people are trying to figure out where people are going to place, I'm telling you, those new teams have a chance to be at the top of our league. And I think that's the impact that they're making. We have 9 teams, John, now in our league that won 19 games or more last year. It's going to be a much tougher league. Where do the Lady Eagles feel? Obviously we want to win a conference championship. There's no doubt. But realistically, that's why our non-conference schedule has got to build confidence. We've got to win some games. We've got to have some success against some really good opponents in our non-conference. So again, this team will be gelling together, developing chemistry to prepare for the Conference USA season.
All right, West Alabama is the opener, and a lot of tough ones in the early part of the schedule. That's got to be a challenge with a young team.
We do. We face some very tough teams. We open up with West Alabama. That is our school day with the Lady Eagles, which is something that we started last year. That is a very special opportunity for the students in our community, and all the schools are using it as motivation, character, leadership, conduct, perfect attendance, honor roll. Those kids get an opportunity to come to watch the Lady Eagles play on Friday at 11 o'clock. It is our school day with the Lady Eagles. West Alabama's not a pushover. They're a very veteran squad. They're a squad that we've got to be really prepared for. And I'll be honest with you, John, the scary thing is you get no film on them. So now you've got a young team that don't know. We've just drilled how to guard different screens and how to guard flare screens and back screens and ball screens and shuffle cut screens and staggered screens. But when we have to face that without any film, we don't know what they're going to do. I'm not sure how this team's going to react, particularly with over 1,100 students that have already RSVP'd to be here. So it's going to be a great crowd. How will they handle that with the striped shirts? It'll be interesting to see. But I tell you, John, after West Alabama, it's always a battle with us in South Alabama. I think probably the largest win margin that we've had over South Alabama has been 8 points. So then we have South Alabama. Then we go to Hampton that went to the NCAA tournament last year that kicked our behind right here at Reed Green last year for the school day. Then you've got Little Rock, NCAA tournament. Then you've got Florida Gulf Coast, NCAA tournament. So you've got teams that are coming in that will battle test the Lady Eagles very early. It's a confidence level. And when you're dealing with 17, 18, 19-year-olds, you and I, being older and experienced, we may be much more confident, and it may take more to shake our confidence. But it's difficult when you're dealing with a teenager and their confidence gets rocked. It rocks their world. And so we've got to be very careful in how we handle them, but try very hard to prepare them so they can get some wins early and change the whole mental psyche so that we can win all of our games at home, because that's this team's number one goal, is to go undefeated and Reed Green. That can happen, but it'll be a true test for this young team.